Hello and welcome to Drum Stream. Today, I am requesting that you request songs that have amazing drums. No genre limits, but there is a time limit, 6 minutes max per song, 1 request per person, no originals, and no artist repeats. First 30 minutes, anyone can just put a request out there in the chat and I will pick a few of those. And then for the last 90 minutes of the stream, it's going to be SuperChats only. Okay. Any questions? How you doing? How you doing? Can it be any kind of percussion? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see. 1 request per person, please. 1 request per person, please. I can't make decisions. Okay. Yelster, rototoms are also drums. Yes, this is unfortunately true. Okay. Oh, this is a great one. I mean, There by Radiohead. Yeah. I'm trying to remember what the drums sound like. Is it the... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Good one. The drums are so good in this song. Yes. Now, what's going on here? There's a really boomy... big boomy drum. And a cross stick. And no hi-hats yet. I think maybe the ride cymbal comes in there. First snare. Backing vocals are so great too. Oh my God, is there a kick? And this part, Okay, so there's so much that I would normally say about the song, but because this is a drum stream, I'm going to just focus on the drums for now. This is such a great groove. And I don't know if you noticed, but Phil is really keeping it very consistent. He's not, he's got one fill, which is the da-ga-da, da-ga-da, and he does it like 3 times in the entire song, right? So it's very sparingly changing things up. And so you just get, it just is so reliable, right? And then everything else in the song just gets to come out of it. And you can focus on the beauty of all the other things. I love that there's a nice long instrumental intro, though, because the thing I notice first is the drums. Yeah, I can hear that there's some cool, sparkly, nice guitars, as always. But the drums are immediately like, oh, wow. In fact, it literally just starts with the drum. Now, listen to this beat, though. There's a lot going on, and I was trying to kind of figure it out, but... Okay, so it almost sounds like there's... So I'm not hearing any cymbals whatsoever, which is what gives it that more kind of deep, almost like primal feeling. So all the drums are lower, right? There's no metal. And then there's also like toms, but they sound huge. Like they almost sound like they've been tuned down or something, like loose. Like you can, they're like, it's like, I think it's, yeah. So it's like, you can hear almost notes. And I guess there's a kick, but I have to say, since the toms are so low, it's kind of all, it's not as defined or separated as normal. But maybe the kick is going like, but also the toms are doing those exact rhythms. So I'm really not sure. I've never noticed that before. And then there's a lot of clacking in this drum groove. A lot of clacking. So I know that there's the cross stick on the 2s and the 4s, although, yeah, the 2s and the 4s, but there's more. It almost sounds... there's something else on top of the cross stick. Or maybe they're running it through an effect and then layering it over it, because it is perfectly in time with the cross stick, but it almost sounds like a snap, but it's not, but it's snap-like. So yeah, this is just a really unusual beat, and the syncopation of the beat, all off beats, is so great. But meanwhile, it almost also sounds like, how many arms does he have? Almost sounds like the other arm. So maybe we got and we got that, but one of the arms I think is also doing like consistent 16ths, or maybe eighths, I guess, because it's a faster beat. Yeah, eighths on like a tom, which I've done before, and it's so fun because it's just because you get that consistent pulse, but it's not on a, so it's like a, it's just almost. Yes, I hear it now. Okay, I hear it now. I hear it. So one of his arms is going and the other one's going but also the cross stick. So I don't know, but it's a beautiful layered groove. And then the da-ga-da on the snare is like, whoa. And then of course later things do pick up. And then it gets into a more of a gung gung cha gung 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 cha gung 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 cha kind of beat. And then it goes back, which is great. But this one definitely has more of the traditional arrangement of drum sounds. You know, I hear some soft cymbals, I think, maybe on the open hi-hat or something, or maybe a kind of a gentle crash or something. Maybe it's just on the... Yeah, okay, I hear them. They're more like accents. Okay. And we get the... Okay, I forgot about that fill. Chicka, chicka, chicka. It's just beautiful. And the way the energy changes when the drums change like that, right? So, I mean, I've heard someone say before that the drums hold the main energy of the song. And, I think it's a pretty good hypothesis because it does feel like when drums get busier, louder, deeper, whatever, like things, and vice versa. When you pull the drums away, it feels like the rug's been taken out, pulled out from underneath you. So, all right, long analysis on that one, but I thought it deserved it. Okay, the next one, I know who this drummer is, which is why I chose it. It's The End of Time, Hades 2. I guess it's from a game, Hades 2, and it's featuring Lewis Cole, and he's the drummer for Nowhere, and he's amazing. So I'm excited to hear this. It sounds just like him immediately. This halftime. Oh, God. Oh. Yes. Oh. Bohemiola. I'm angry. Okay, I'm going to say something so nerdy and just pointless, but I have to. So having listened to a lot of Nowhere Now and seeing their videos, which they record, and I mean, as far as I can tell, they record and mix everything themselves. And so Lewis recorded himself and sent it to the composer, and then they overlaid it because it's exactly the way that he mics everything, and the very like mono kind of sound. It's like instantly, and also his snare hit is, I think, kind of like recognizable. There's a certain kind of, it's both like cracky and also has a really strong pff, like pff, has a lot of the pff, but also the k. It's really great. And then his kick is always really defined too. And then but anyway, okay, so now that I said that, I can move on. God, he's amazing. I mean, it's just like every moment it was just like, oh my God, like the choices he's making. He's so in the pocket and yet so free. He's playing with it, so much patterning and syncopation. There was these things he would do between maybe like a low drum and a high drum, where he would be, what was it? Like where he would be accenting on the high drum, like the 16th note offbeats, which is a really hard, I think sometimes thing to stay on top of. The faster you get, the offbeats and the onbeats become closer and closer together. So you have to be so much more precise to hit the offbeats and not have them accidentally just like scooch over one direction or the other. They might end up sounding like onbeats or beats. And so yeah, he's so precise, but he's got such good feel. It doesn't feel to me overly technical, even though he's incredibly skilled. It doesn't feel, I guess I feel his drumming just as much in my body as I do in my mind. It's not all just like, wow, this is so impressive. It's like so groovy and so musical. And you can imagine him playing. It's got a physicality to it. It's just so good. And you can tell, obviously, the composer of the song was like, hey, Lewis, like, do your thing. Like the drums are featured. Literally, that is the main. I mean, I know there was a melody and I kind of heard it, but it was not what I was focusing on. I couldn't, and so he's not only keeping time, but he is playing with time. This is what Danny Carey does, where he's like, somehow, well, okay, I'll digress. Sometimes Danny Carey, because he's got these, his bandmates are like, actually, we'll keep the time. I'm the bassist. I'll keep the time, Danny, and you can play around with timing completely liberated. But still, he did such a good job of doing it all. I mean, I could imagine listening to just that with like just a bass line, and I would be completely satisfied. I'd be like, I don't fucking need any melodies, just incredible. Wow. Yes. Okay. The bar is now high. Oh man. Incredible. Okay. All right. We're going to listen to a nice 2.5 minute song by our man, Frank Zappa. It's called 555, and I don't know that I've heard this one. It's on drums. It's in 5. Mark Atkinson. Really? Is it? It looks so young. No, it's not him. Okay. I don't know why that came up. It's Vinnie Colaiuta? getting distracted by the guitar. Oh, shit. Okay, so that was live, apparently? Is that what y'all are saying? Wow. They're just jamming. That's great. I mean, that's a pretty fast 5, and they just really kept it tight. And, Vinnie is clearly, again, being so playful with everything, but he's also keeping time. And, of course, there's those moments where I think when you're playing with a band that's so rhythmically in sync and also, like, everyone feels the rhythm so tightly, that you can, as a drummer, kind of like abdicate your throne for a moment and play in the sandbox because that everyone else knows where one is and they're going to keep time, right? And then you can come back and everything will be just where it was. So, but yeah, that was a flurry. I mean, it just started and ended. I mean, I guess it almost feels like an excerpt or something, but it's just like, and then it just stops. But the drums are full on the entire time, incredibly active, lots of rolls. And he had that one moment where he went into triplets. I love it when drummers they're in either a straight groove and then they go into triplets or the other way around. It's such a fun, and I don't know, I'd love to maybe like explore that a little bit more at some point in a video and, on my own of like, why does that kind of metric change, that feel, really, the subdivision changing, what is the emotional effect of that? Because it always hits me so hard and I always feel like I can't, it's like pure joy. Like, what is that? Why would that be so exciting? I don't know, but it is. It's amazing. Okay. All right. Amazing. Next, someone requested Korn, A.D.I.D.A.S. Okay, yeah. I mean, we have to. So this is David Silveria, and I loved him so much. They have a really good drummer now, Ray Luzier. Is that how you say it? But I just loved David's sensibilities. I've said that on this channel many times.
Somehow it always seems that I'm dreaming of something I could never be. It doesn't bother me, 'cause I will always be that pimp that I see in all of my fantasies. I don't know your fucking name, so what? Let's
all right.
The only way that I can truly be free from my fucked up reality. So I dream and struck it harder, 'cause it's so fun to see my face staring back at me. I don't know your fucking name, so
this is the kick.
What? Let's
oh wait, that's the bass. All the toms. spangy snare drum. Spangy as fuck. Okay. So, for those of you that don't know, Korn was my favorite band for a very long time. This was my least favorite album, maybe until, Untouchables, I didn't listen to much either. There was some great stuff on here that I did love, but like, I just, I was so obsessed with the first album, and Life is Peachy, and I was like, And then I kind of got back on board with, well, I actually think I didn't start buying their albums when they came out, I should say. It was when Follow the Leader came out. That's when I got Follow the Leader and, of course, Korn and Life is Peachy and everything, leading up to it in 99, 98, maybe 98. No, it was not the year that Follow the Leader came out, which was 98, I think. Maybe it was 99. Anyway, so I haven't listened to this song in a while. Whenever I would go to Life is Peachy, I remember I would always listen to Twist and Chi. But I can't even remember like what else because I would skip around. I was not an album listener. I would be like, I like this song, I don't like this song, and I would just, whatever. I feel like that was Twist and Chi I really liked, and I don't remember. I remember something about Good God, something about it, and my friends and I talking about it. Oh my God, Wicked. Oh, I liked Wicked with Chino Moreno. Oh man. Anyway, I didn't remember that, like, I don't know, this mix feels a bit muddy, and I feel like the drums are getting kind of buried. So I'm almost, if I had the time now, which I don't, I would probably download the song and stem split them and just kind of listen to the drums. Because what I like about the drums here, so David's got a very straight ahead approach to the verse. A nice, I mean, actually I can't really sometimes tell the difference between the kick drum and the bass, because the bass is tuned so low and so rattly and percussive in and of itself. But I'm going to sort of assume that maybe Fieldy was playing the kick rhythm which is in some ways a very hip hop thing, right? I have like an 808, like a tonal bass drum. Anyway, but then in the chorus, I feel like it really shines because he gives us this beat where he's got the hi-hat on his foot pedal. So that's how he's keeping the subdivision. And then he's got both hands free to give us this snare flam, which it just had this certain sound when he did it, in his drum kit, I guess. And then a bunch of toms, and then he had some really nice, very like rolling down the hill kind of fills, but his snare tone was really distinctive in those first, 5 to 8 years. And then I feel like things did kind of got refined. I don't know why, but I feel like I follow the snare sound of a drummer when I know their discography well. Because even if they eventually upgrade their snare, it still has a lot of the same qualities as the first one. It's just like a little better, but they clearly like their sound. And if the snare changes so much, it's almost like replacing the singer. I'm like, what? But yeah, that's good. That's a good one. Okay. We got time for one more before we switch to Super Chats. I think we'll do Can, Vitamin C. I know I've listened to Can before. I don't remember what it was. Drums are mixed really high.
Christmas and all body. Oh, she is stepping on a quicksand. A beautiful floors stay at the corner. She is living in an out of a tune.
Pull it back. Very muffled kick. Bring it up. See the energy? The drums have it. Yeah, nice. That was a cool song, first of all. So this one, unlike Life is Peachy, where the drums were kind of buried, pushed back a bit, this one, the drums were so in the front and so dry that, I mean, it was like I could hear the entire pattern. I was like, oh, I could just play this. You know, it's like right there. Yeah, very crispy. And you can, I don't know, it just felt it felt like someone playing drums in the room next to me, which is such a great feeling. Well, if you have earplugs in. But it's cool hearing him try to get quieter. Who was the drummer on that? I'll just wait for you guys to tell me. But yeah, pulling back that energy. And, you know, playing that quiet can be pretty hard, especially with the kick, to get those little gugs, you know, but like really soft. Super impressed. Yeah. So this one, had a very kind of you know, it's very steady with the, you know, hi-hats. I think it was just like kind of a clacky sound. Clack, 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 clack. Not sizzly, you know, not ticky, but clacky. And then the snare was very high and crispy, and also still had a lot of it wasn't like a crack. It was like, you know, you could really hear the snare beads, like it had the fizzle. It had a little fizzle. And then the kick was really muffled, you know, like it literally, in my head, I was imagining, you know, the kick drum beater and the felt. And it was like, it almost sounded like the first kick drum that I played. And then I wanted a little bit more of a metal sound. So I replaced the head, and then I was like, oh, now it sounds like, you know, which is what I wanted. But at first it was that kind of like sound. Anyway, it was, but yeah, so I think there were it feels like there were a lot of ghost notes, but now that I think about it, I wasn't really paying attention, unfortunately. There could have been a lot of ghost notes, but if not, then it was all in the kick. There was like a lot of little, like, you know, those little doubles, you know. It was nice. All right. We will now move on to the super chat portion of the live stream. So that means if you want to make a request, Put it in a super chat, any value, and put the, song title and the artist. And if you have the characters, tell me a little bit more. Tell me who the drummer is, something you love about it, genre, whatnot. That always helps me, kind of make my decisions. Okay. All right, let's see what we have here. Oh, okay. I'm going to do Nicktoons because I know this one and this is great. This is going to be very different kind of drumming than what we've heard so far. So I think this is a good next one. So this is Brianstorm, Arctic Monkeys. I know this song. And the drummer is Matt Matt Helders. Okay. Almost. All right. I've never seen the video before. Well, let me see if the audio quality is... no, never mind. I'm scared. I don't want the audio quality to be bad. Let's just try it. Sounds exhausting. Ugh.
Brian, top marks for not trying. So kind of you to bless us with your effortlessness. We're grateful and so strangely comforted. And I wonder how you putting us under. 'Cause we can't take our eyes off the t-shirt and ties combination. We'll see you later, innovator. Some want to kiss, some want to kick you. There's nothing that you couldn't slip through. Or at least that's the impression I get. 'Cause you're smooth and you're wet and she's not aware yet. But she's yours, she'll be saying use me. Show me the jacuzzi. I imagine that it's there on a plate. You're our rendezvous rate. Means that you'll never be frightened to make them wait for a while. I doubt it's your style.
This
not
beat
to
is
get
great.
what you set out to acquire. The eyes are on fire. You are the unforecasted storm. Collected and commanding. You leave the other story standing. With your renditions and jokes. Bet there's hundreds of blokes that have wept 'cause you've stolen their
Thunder.
Are you putting us under? 'Cause we can't take our eyes off the t-shirts and ties combination. Well, see you later, innovator.
Nice. Nice one, boys. Yeah. I think it's impossible to not think about the drums when you hear that song. I mean, it's just the energy is palpable and the exhaustion feels so real. And of course the guitars are also going. But yeah. So 2 different kinds of beats in this one, which I kind of forgot about. I always think about the right, that one. But yeah, so actually there's 3 because in the intro it's all toms and snares, and I don't think there are hi-hats if I just want to yeah. But I do hear a tambourine. So the tambourine is kind of picking up that slack of the upper percussion, you know. But yeah, so it's very, again, it has that kind of primal sound with all of the toms. But then he switches to the which I just can't handle. Oh my God. So tiring. But he does a great job. Great job. And then it sounds like the kick is in sync with the bass or vice versa. Who knows? But the which is great. There's a lot of that and then and then in the second or the third groove, I guess, is the right. It gets all, you know, suddenly all that chaos and controlled chaos and busyness is gone. No more hi-hats. All nice spacious toms. Again, it has, and even the scale I think is harmonic minor, so it has, this whole part feels kind of, I don't know, Eastern to me. Like it's just, you know, that even that pattern feels Eastern, and that's as specific as I can get, unfortunately. But yeah, wow, that's fun. That's a good one. It's hard not to focus on the lyrics too. I normally, you know, don't focus on lyrics, but Alex Turner is clearly a poet who also happens to write songs. So the cleverness is off the charts. I really love the line for some reason. We can't take our eyes off the t-shirt and ties combination. It's about some fan that, like showed up with a t-shirt and a bow tie, or maybe a necktie or something. And then something, 'cause you've stolen their thunder. It's so good. All right. Excellent and fun way to start with the supers. Okay. Ooh, Fagus has requested Porcupine Tree Stop Swimming. First and last minute? Wait, what? You just want me to play the first and last minute? Okay, I guess we can do that. Listen to how tonal those toms are. Wow.
This song leaks out onto the pavement. Could be a joke.
Oh yeah, Gavin Harrison,
could
right?
Be a statement. The more that I fake it and pretend I don't care, more you can read
Very syncopated snare.
into what isn't there. Maybe it's time to stop swimming. Maybe it's time to find out where I'm at. What I should do, where I should be. But no one will give me a map.
Ooh, chord. I like the consistent ride cymbal against all the syncopation of the other drums. Ooh, that ghost note was nice. Notes. Oh! The ride just switched to the offbeats. Oh, no, it's back on. Ah. What are those called again? A stack? Or no, China?
I'll leave now, this can continue. But I forget which door I came through.
This is not Gavin Harrison. Oh.
And I know that the lift can be painfully
Chris
slow.
Maitland.
So I think
Either way, it's beautiful. I love the tonal tom. Every time. Offbeat. Okay, in about 20 seconds, I'm going to stop it and go to the last minute as requested. Just preparing you. Maybe I'll do a little fade out just so it's not so jarring. That chord progression is crazy, bud. Okay, you ready? Here's our last minute. The syncopated snare is a huge it makes things feel really different. You know, I would say like maybe the kick pattern has the most influence over the feel of the groove, and then after that the snare. And usually snares, you know, fall at least on 2 and 4 and then maybe have some other things. But when you've got, you know, in this case, you know, in a bar, usually there's a snare on 2 and 4. So you get 2 snare hits in a bar, main hits. And this one only has 1 in the bar and it's syncopated. So you get the, you know, if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4. So it's just like really creates this cool halting feeling, and that anticipation of the syncopation feels like it's anticipating a beat. So it's like early, that's the feeling. And so it always feels like it's kind of just coming in really sharp and kind of a little out of nowhere. And it really shakes things up every time. I love that feeling. And I almost feel like oh yeah. So, you know, the Peter Gabriel, right? It's the Peter Gabriel track, In Your Eyes. I'm just making sure I'm not going crazy. Yeah, In Your Eyes. also has the same thing where that snare is on that same offbeat. So all that syncopation, again, is playing off of that really consistent ride cymbal that he's got going. Although I don't know if you heard me talking over it, but at one point he just decided to switch it to the offbeat instead of the beat. So he was going tss, 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 and then he did something tss, 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 and then he went tss, 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 and then he went back to the beat. Who knows? It was just such a nice little change. If you want to hear another example of that, also on the ride cymbal, Broken Wings by Mr. Mister. They do that in the end, and it's also a syncopated snare. Oh my God. There's 2 snares in the bar, but the first one is syncopated. I know that one's a cheesy 80s song, and I usually have an allergy, but I love Broken Wings. I love Broken Wings. Love it. I even almost made a video about it. And I was going through what I would say in the car when I was driving through. I was in Colorado to see 9 Inch Nails in 2022, and I was listening to it, and I remember having to pull over so that I could record what I was saying about the song. I was like, when I get back, I'm making this video, and then I didn't. Okay. Anyway, that was a beautiful song, first of all. But yeah, I really love his sensitivity. Chris, you said? Yeah. Oh yeah, it says it right here. Christopher Maitland. Very tasteful. The tonal toms on the offbeats is, I don't think I've ever heard that before. It being sort of like the end of every maybe 4-bar phrase. I think, yeah. This. That is genius. So, and he did it every time, you know. It's so beautiful and so musical. Gorgeous. He had some nice little ghost notes in there that I really appreciated. Just every so often, you know, again, just feeling it and just like, oh, here, I'm going to just like, you know, give it a little, but still saying so respectful of what's going on, right? Not taking over. Just perfect. Okay. Clores requested Nitin Sawhney, The Conference. I don't know if these are bowls, B-O-L, or conical, but it's a very rhythmic call and response to go with the drums. We heard the track that comes after this in outros. Okay. It's loading. Totally a conversation. Chacarón. Oh, okay. The end. Wow. Okay, I'll tell you what. I was at different times focusing on the vocalizations, and other times I kind of was tuning them out to focus on the actual percussion. Obviously, the vocalizations are percussive. I mean, it's like vocal percussion. So, both are worthy. But yeah, I was like, because the human voice is so relatable, it's sometimes like you have to like consciously not listen to it so you can hear the other things. The drums were amazing. Once that drum beat like kicked in, beautiful things going on. And again, I don't know what those drums are. It sounded like there was a tabla involved, but then later, I mean, with this groove, like, I mean, it definitely sounds like some kind of, like a flat head drum that you hit, and then also kind of like a cross stick sound. So maybe it's just hitting the side of something hard, but like, a little bit of a like, but so and even almost like, I mean, it sounds like someone's playing a drum kit to me, like some kind of, it's just the pattern of it all just kind of feels, but I could be completely wrong about that. It'd be interesting to find out and see what they're doing. But it did have a little bit of that, like the lower percussion of the, and then the kind of had like a kick snare kind of roll, right? So, or something. But even more syncopated than what I'm doing. I feel like everything in between was a lot more offbeat. I loved it when after the main call and response and the vocals, they synced up with the drums and were not only doing the drum pattern but also the pitch, and it was like being in unison with the drums completely. That sounded so cool to me. Wow. That's awesome. Okay. Next, let's do Garen Bent's request, Incubus Rogues. I'm not sure. I know this song. Oh, nope, I do, because it's from the album of theirs that I had, Like Grenades. Well, cool. I'm looking forward to hearing it again. I'll probably recognize it right away. I just didn't know what it was called. That's so pretty. I can't believe this song is 20 years old now.
I'll keep an eye on the future.
Okay, yes, I do remember that one now. Yeah. This one, okay, so I feel like what I liked about the drums in this one is that the drummer is really playing with all the riffs. Like, it's just, the rhythms of the riffs and the musicality of the riffs, like the contours of them. You can just sort of feel like it's almost, the drums are almost keeping time and being kind of a little bit melodic with all the riffs. So if you listen to the beginning here, I mean, it sounds like the same rhythm as that riff. Maybe the only difference is that the guitar goes da na 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 while the drums go da 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 with maybe some snare action. But otherwise, it's like the same exact accents and everything, and it kind of continues. Even the main accents, I think that Brandon is singing, so the drums are also kind of hitting. So that's it feels like a very sensitive playing, really in the group and responding to what they're doing and accentuating what they're doing. It's like the ultimate, what's the supporting actor? You're making the stars look really good because you're bringing out everything that they're doing so well even more. It's really lovely. Yeah. And I love the quick stops. There's these, let's see if I can find an example. So there's some of those of the drums just kind of stop. Right, it makes a huge impact. And there are, I think, a couple of other spots like that. That's great. That's great. Okay. All right. Let me pick the next one, and then I can kind of look at your responses to my question. Okay. For some reason, here we go. All right. Let's do something a little different. Daft Punk. This is Ufari's request. Daft Punk, Giorgio by Moroder. From 5:30, but I wish we could start at 1:20 because the whole song is just so good. From 5:30. I'm a little confused about where you want me to start the song. I will be honest. Let me see once I look at the length if it makes more sense. And yeah, in the future, maybe we probably shouldn't do this kind of. Oh, we have actually already listened to this one. Okay, you want me to start at 5:30? Okay, all right. I don't know when we listened to it. It's just shows that I've listened to it before. Excellent drumming. This one also had a lot of syncopation in the snares. Hell yeah. Snarecapation. Solid rock drums. Not what I was expecting with Daft Punk song. And apparently I've heard this before, but and I guess that's maybe where I heard the riff before. I was like, this riff sounds really familiar, but it felt more familiar than like a song I heard once. It feels like it's like there's a similar riff in like a guitar solo of a song I know really well. It's like on the tip of my brain. Maybe something from the 90s, like Stone Temple Pilots. I am myself, I'm not myself, I'm not dead and I'm not for sale. I never know what he's saying. I am myself, I'm not myself. I don't know. What's that song called? Help me. Tripping on a hole in a paper heart. Thank you. I feel like if we listen to the guitar solo, there's a part in there that hi Milo. Okay, it's coming up. I think it's this next line. Yes. Okay. What a great song. All right. Milo. Hi, Milo. Yes. Oh my gosh. Are you going to plop on the floor? Can you do a little plop? Do you have a kitty who plops? Pax almost never plops, you know, and they just like fall on their side on the floor and then stretch or whatever. But Milo is an avid plopper. She loves plopping. Many, many, many times a day. Little plopper. Yes, I call it the drop, plop, and roll. Okay. But back to Daft Punk. Anyway. Yeah, those are great drums. But yeah, a lot of syncopation in those snares. I like it. I like it a lot. It's a good thing. Syncopation will save the nation. Okay, next. We got lots. Oh, fuck. All right. I feel like I've been talking more than usual, but I just feel like, you know, we got to talk about how great the drums are. Okay. Let's do James Barrow's request. Little squeaky toy. Little squeak toy. Excuse me. No. That's not okay. She's doing her thing where she like tries to destroy my property to get my attention. It's not necessary. You don't need to do that. No. You can just come over. All right. Let's do No Means No, Long Days. The tickety of the hi-hats will tease and tickle your eardrums until the fills and rolls come and take control of you. Okay, I'm ready. Hang on now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I grew days, I grew them long.
Almost thought it was an odd time at first. It's crazy.
I grew them short. I wasted them.
I do drum on my cat. Luckily, she loves it. I have no idea where beat 1 is. Young lady. Young lady. Ah, there we go. This makes pretty low. Wow. Nice.
See them stretch out behind me. See them crouch right behind me. See them pass right beside me. See them stretch out there for me. Long days, long days, long days, long days. I wait.
Hey, nice. Bye, Milo. She's out. This bass player is kind of incredible. Just... God. Nice high-hats. I like the little triplets. I don't know if that's what they're called, but the little... Oh, it's not triplets. Well, I know it's not triplet, but I meant like a tuplet or something. But it's not even that. It's just like... What's that? Little... What are those called? Hurdas? I can't remember. That was pretty cool. That bass player is incredible. Man. Yeah. But no, great drums. Really, I like how it goes from just hi-hat intricacy to very snare heavy and kind of militaristic a little bit. And then just goes right into a nice just backbeat. That felt really good. Like the against the syncopated bass line. That was nice. Very, very nice. Yes. Okay. All right. Adamisk. I can't believe after all these years I still get your name wrong. I don't know what's wrong with my brain. Adamisk has requested Lightning Bolt song. No, sorry. Change it from Lightning Bolt song to Halloween 3. Okay. Halloween 3, like as in the movie? Like the Halloween 3 theme? Or... Who's the artist? Is it John Carpenter? Is it the theme? Is it... I need more information. All right, well, while I get that from you, I will switch over to Dexter Cool's request. Tycho, easy. Okay. Yes, we like Tycho. Oh, lightning bolt. Okay, got it. Syncopated snares. Well, one of them is. At least. What a great groove. Ugh. Those ghost notes. Battles would be good. Ghost note is when you hit the snare really lightly. Adds groove, a little detail. Quincy Jones, like all the little in this groove. So the main snare hit is the everything else except for is a ghost note. It just makes it. And a little. So relaxing. And it's over. Okay. Well, I love the drums. Those are just fantastic. And yeah, we were talking about the ghost notes, but that's a big part of that. That groove would not groove the way it grooves without the ghost notes. We should just start calling them groove notes. Those are the little just the ornamentation around the main accents that just gives it, oh, it's so good. So good. But yeah, nice dry, again, just really dry, detailed drums, nothing flashy, kind of restrained. And I love the syncopated snare pattern. There's definitely something on the beat, but some of them are off beat. So again, even if you have one of the snares in a bar on the beat, if the other one's on the off beat, you still get that feeling of something being like throwing you. And if they're both off, then you really feel thrown. In fact, you can be so thrown from the main beat, especially if the kick isn't really holding it down, then you can completely disorient you. It's kind of like that kick and the snare are sort of your yin and your yang, and you kind of need them both to some degree to tell where you are, where you're oriented, but the kick more than the snare. But yeah, it can influence things a lot. That's beautiful. All right, now on to Halloween 3 by Lightning Bolt. Brian Chippendale, the drummer. Ooh. The kind of tempo rushing a bit reminds me of Slipknot. I feel like that there's this like I can hardly contain myself feeling that I get with Slipknot, and I'm hearing here too. Also, it's just the pattern and the sound of the snare. Is this Slipknot? I'm kidding. Copyright warning. I have to stop it because of copyright warning, but we can talk about the drums. Yes, this sounds like Slipknot drumming. I swear. It's both the drumming patterns, which I'll talk about in a second, and also just the sound of the snare. It's like tuned high, maybe, but it's also just this like the snare is on the, again, I think a lot of 16th note offbeats. Oh, and polyrhythmic in a way, right? Oh, yeah. It's like, yeah. So there's wow. Whereas and even though it sounds like the kick is on the beats, and also the guitars and bass are also kind of on the beats, like right? That gives this really strong foundation for the drummer to accent all these delicate little in-between offbeats with the snare. you know, because if you don't have the strong beat pulse, then the syncopation isn't as, in some ways, isn't as acutely felt, because it's like you kind of have to know where the beat is to hear where the offbeat is, right? So it's really nice kind of back and forth. But I mean, that snare is busy. Okay. The kick is actually doing some double kicks too. All right, and now we're... Whoa. It fell apart. I still have it. Maybe I can like turn it down and talk over it. Oh, I had it turned down? I had all of those turned down by accident? What? Oh shit, I'm sorry. Okay. And now what's interesting about this is now that the pulse is completely gone. And now it's just a drum solo with a completely different objective than, you know, being on a keeping time. This kind of drumming I find less interesting, although if the drum kit is pretty big and there's like a lot of different timbres, then it can be really quite interesting. But after a while, it's only so many times you can hear. Nice. Okay. So yes, copyright warning is still there. It's still there. Wow. You know what's a fun kind of falling apart drum? You guys are gonna know this, of course, as Nine Inch Nails fans, but the kind of the drum solo that Trent put together for Piggy. I just feel that's cool. You still have a full on pulse though in the song. You still have you have like two drum grooves essentially. You still have the and then over it you have like just this kind of chaos. Sometimes lines up and sometimes doesn't. Cool. Okay. Next is something to do with Tigran Hamasyan, which always makes me excited. It's Hayastan Dance by Dafar Yusuf. Oh. Oh man. love the way this drummer is using his kit. All the different timbres. One of these days I'd love to do one of these streams and I say she. Drummer got let loose at the end. That was clearly like they were like, okay, for this like last part here, you do your thing. We'll keep the time for you. That's so great. But yeah, I was saying I think that this drummer did an amazing job of using the kit, all of its different timbres, not just each drum, but also different ways that you can attack the drum. You know, it's felt very timbrally exciting to me. Beautiful, and still so free with the rhythmic complexity, but always knowing exactly where one is and always knowing. Just a second. I have a no soliciting sign on my door, but it doesn't stop them at all. Okay, sorry. That's a major chord. Yes. So what was I saying about? Oh yeah, but also being able to always know where the dun 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 dun, that chromatic syncopated part, and hitting those accents with the band. Mwah! Gorgeous, gorgeous. All right, next is Beat Manifesto drum test. This looks like an old video.
This is a test. This is only a test.
What? A test of the drum.
Once you've chosen what drum parts you're going to play the same licks all the time. Don't change.
Now normally you play right? These days, now we're doing
so many drum grooves on top of each other, but they sound great. Ow. Ow. Fuck. That's cool. That's very cool. Really, when you overlay drum grooves on top of each other, they've got to really lock in to each other's pocket, and they did that very beautifully. That's fun. I wasn't sure what we were watching at first. So if you're curious more about that, yeah, you can watch the music video, and then that makes more sense. But yeah, it's like lots of different drumming clips of people practicing grooves or something. That's fun. Very groovy. All right, next I'd like to do Tame Impala, half full glass of wine. Defaulting to half volume every time I open a new song. It's so annoying. All right.
Said you wouldn't be home late tonight. I gave up waiting at 17 past midnight. Choice but to plot my revenge. You leave me no
Ginger Baker thing you do. Wow. I mean, that's got to be kind of like a Cream tribute. That's got to be. There's so many things about it. For sure, the drums sound very Ginger Baker, and then of course that rhythm, the dun 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 dun. I mean, that's like a direct quote from "Sunshine of Your Love." Same exact chord too. It's what I don't know what it is for you guitarists, but it's either it's a chord that has the root and the third, or it's a certain kind of distortion that's only bringing out that third harmonic. I'm not really sure. It could be that, but. And then the tone and everything. Wow, that's so crazy. I might have to play it for my mom because, she loves Cream. And that would be like, hey, I've got some like new music for you, but also it will feel very familiar and so up your alley. That's fantastic. Yeah, the drums are great. Very Ginger. This just reminds me of the song that y'all played for me on the last live stream about you can only call someone a ginger if you're a ginger. Oh, all right. Which I can say, by the way, I know my hair looks brown on the camera, and it has gotten a lot darker over the years to the point where it's pretty much brown, unless you put me next to someone who's got brown hair, and then you can tell. In the sun, you can still see it, and my eyebrows are still red. The freckles have faded a lot from my face, but they're still, and apparently, freckles aren't the cute things I always thought they were. It's just like sun damage. So they're still all over my arms. Oh, well, don't nobody turn into Cancer. All right. I'm watching you. Okay. All right. Next, I'd like to play Intruder by Peter Gabriel. I just figure this is going to have great drums. I don't know that I know this song, though. And again. Gated snare. Oh my God. Phil Collins on snare.
I know something about opening windows and doors. I know how to move quietly, creep across creaky wooden floors. I know where to find precious things in all your cupboards and drawers.
You know what's another sparse, repetitive drum group that I love? Racer and Chanel's. I love that there's no hi-hats. Oh. Copyright warning. Well, it sounds like the drums don't change much. Not like I don't want to listen to the rest, but if we have to move on, then, it would be okay. But yes, we got ka. There's your snares on 2 and 4, but it's the kick and maybe some toms as well that are giving you that syncopation. But you know what? Something I've learned is that if you don't put the kick on beat 1 of a bar, or at least every couple bars, you are definitely running the risk of completely throwing everyone off that's listening. And I got a good example of a song that does that. They wait until beat 2 to hit the kick on with the snare at the same time. And it's like so hard for me to lock in. Sometimes I get disoriented and then I'll feel it. I'm like, there, I'm there. And then I'll drop out again and it's crazy. So just, it's like the one maybe like rule of thumb. Be careful about breaking that rule. You can, of course, but you may throw everyone. And if you want to throw everyone, then that's just fine. That's just fine. But yeah, syncopation after that downbeat. The kick can do whatever after that one downbeat for like a couple bars. After a couple bars, you probably need to hit it again to orient the audience. Okay, the listeners. All right, let's see what happens if I keep playing. It cannot be 2 o'clock already. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to cut it short because I really wanted to play a couple more and we're running over time. So, all right, it's okay. It's not my own fault. I talk. I'm going to play Orion by these New Puritans. And then I wanted to play Deserted Dunes, Welcome Weary Feet by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Not like I didn't want to play more, but those are the ones that I had already queued up. So we'll end with those today. Okay. Sounds like we should do this again. Sounds like there's a lot of requests that we didn't get to and a lot of really good ones. And I'm not surprised because drums are the best. All right, here we go. Orion by these New Puritans. Also turned down again. Ugh. I hear drums. You're right, reggae does have the kick on too. You're right.
My place is where we'll go. Without a doubt, I don't think the stars are symbols. But let's find out.
Cool drums.
Here we go.
Nice.
Into the stars.
chain. I love those big drums. Big drums. Okay, I'm going to keep my comments really minimal or non-existent for that one. I'm going to move just right next to the last one. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard playing Deserted Dunes. Welcome, Weary Feet. Our time. Is that remaining? Love the synth. Well, the not this one. This one's cool too, but I'm talking about the other one. Hey, we got a polyrhythm. Now the drums are in 4. Brilliant. I've listened to some of these guys before and I was really impressed. In fact, there was a song of theirs called Nuclear Fission. Is that right? Am I saying the right term? Fusion, not fission. I was like, it's one of those. And they're completely different, I know. Nuclear Fusion. And I would drum along to it because it's had this crazy thing they did where they took they recorded either, I mean, I don't know how many people in this band, but either they had 2 drummers or they recorded, double track the drummer to be hitting the hi-hat on the beats, or on the eighth note beats, and they panned it to one side, and then they had, it sounded like kind of the same hi-hat, just maybe a little different, but recorded on the off beats. Yeah, and then, then those are the 16th note offbeats. Anyway, and then pan that one to the other side. And so you get this like tick, 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 but it's like not programmed. It's like it was crazy. It's such a cool, and then it had this really fun Really fun big fills. But that song is amazing. The singing, I know it's not about the singing, but the singing was it felt so psychedelic and like, Blue Oyster Cult, like Don't Fear the Reaper, that kind of like breathy, almost folky, like Simon Garfunkel, like just gorgeous. And it was all in Dorian. Yeah, the drums are great, but I got very distracted by the other parts of the song too. Okay, fine. That's the end. I'm sorry. That's the end. We must move forward. Okay, so sounds like we need to do several more of these. And I'm absolutely obsessed, so I hope you are too. We're going to do more. Okay, I have a question for y'all. So next Sunday, this coming Sunday, is Mother's Day. My mom and I usually celebrate like not on Mother's Day because it's just so crazy out there. So I'll likely be free, but do we still want to do a live stream? Like I don't want you to be like, oh, like I want you to do Mother's Day, but like for those of you that maybe aren't, or maybe mom isn't around, like would you like to still have a live stream? Just let me know what you want, because I'm happy to do it. But I don't want to make you like, I don't want to tempt you, you know what I mean? Away from your mom. I don't even know if I have that poll, but I don't want to I just was worried about it. So what's the deal? It's not in the UK. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, right. Of course, you wouldn't have the same holidays. Great. All right. Well then, cool. I'll put it back. I deleted it last night and then I went, hang on, I'll put it back. All right. So so on Sunday, same time, 12 to 2 Central, we will meet unless something changes and mom and I go rogue, but I'm pretty sure we're not going to even attempt. You just can't get anywhere to eat, or you have to make a reservation, and there's traffic and it's just crazy and everything's busy. And it's just like, like we'll just do it another day. But this Saturday, which is really not that far from now, 2 days. If you're a patron at 12 Central, we're listening to Rival Consoles, his new album, electronic music, very cool. Definitely has a little bit of Boards of Canada nostalgia at times, but also has his completely own sound. And then at 4 Central, mom is coming over and we're listening to more Tool. So that should be really, really amazing. So maybe I'll see some of you on Saturday. If not, I'll see you hopefully on Sunday. Yeah? Okay, awesome. Okay, thanks everybody. I'll see you, and we'll do more drums on, maybe we should do something mother related. I'll think about it. But anyway, we'll do a live stream on Sunday. Okay, bye everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Appreciate you all so much. Bye.